Hello and welcome to another edition of Teacher Techie Tools. Today we're going to explore the application called Canva. Canva is a really great application that allows your students to express what they know, but it gives them a format that they can use and start out with. It has loads of templates. They will have to sign up for an account, but they can just sign in through their Google account, enter their email address if they'd like to do that. Usually I just have them click create an account and sign in with Google, and it just automatically puts them in there. I had my students create an infographic, but if you wanted to create something for social media, like a meme, or if you wanted to do a photo collage, you can see they've got lots of different kinds of templates to choose from. I had my students search for infographics at the very beginning. And when they type this in, they'll see a large number of infographic design sets that they can choose from. For us, we were trying to express how to make a good essay, how to write a good essay. And so we thought that it would be a good idea to find something that had lists. So something like this design etiquette or formal etiquette 101 has a really good design, a nice smooth design that you should be able to easily transfer the ideas of making an essay onto this page. I liked this one, 10 slides of a pitch deck, so I created one with this one. But really there's all kinds right here. You could use this one right here, self-publishing your book. I had a student that used the Our Design process. Any of those that you'd like to use, even the one that says Ultimate Steak Guide. Really all you're going to do is you're going to go into it, click on it, and you're going to have them create by using what they already have. You'll click on Use This Template, using what they already have and just changing the pictures, the design elements on it, and changing the information that's shared on it. And so clearly we're not talking about steak here. One thing that I'd like to talk to you about for just a second is the zoom feature. So a lot of my students, as soon as they started using this, they started zooming in and out with their fingers, just zooming in and zooming out. That's a really bad idea for this particular device or this particular application. It has its own zoom in feature, and the reason why you want to use this is when you zoom in, you have a lot of other features that are on this other side that are going to be too big for you to be able to use. So I go ahead and zoom in maybe to 75%. That's probably good enough to do what you want to do in the application. And so what they do is they just click on the font here, and they highlight it, and they say whatever they want to say for their project. So if we were going to continue designing something for writing an essay, I might say the ultimate guide to essays, right? So instead of changing the word ultimate, maybe I change the word steak to essay. Ultimate essay guide. Well, I don't want a picture of a big old steak, so I'll delete that element. I need a new one. On the left-hand side, you see all kinds of different options that you can have. You can have different backgrounds, text, elements. When you click on the text element, I just go ahead and search for things. I would like something like a journal. So I'm going to type in journal. And it has a lot of free options. There are some buy options, but with my students, I remind them that they probably want to stay away from things that cost. And so these design elements usually start out pretty big, so I zoom out to 50%. I shrink it up a bit so that it fits. And then I just put it where I want it. And one of the great things about this particular app is that I can change the design elements of the pictures that I add to this. So if I don't like the blue that's going across, and maybe I want that nice beige color that they have here, I can just click right here, and that beige color is added to my picture. And that's really how easy it is to do. Well, let's say that I wanted to add a text feature, or maybe like many of your students, they might delete something by accident. Well, if I click on that and I delete it, I can add my own text feature by clicking on text. You might think that you'll need to find the same kind of font style somewhere in here, but you really don't. I would just double click on this. It gives you a text box once again in the middle. So I would just click that and pull it up. To here. All right, it's moving a little bit slowly, so I'm going to do a little Control Z to make sure that I fixed whatever I've moved out of the way. Here we go. So this is clearly way too much stuff that I have in this particular text box. So I'm going to delete part of this. And the thing that I wanted you to see is a lot of times when I have a particular design element, again, I'm worried about, well, this isn't matching the other font. But if you click over here on the font option here, it'll give you all of the kinds of fonts that were used in this particular guide. And so I can just click on Droid Serif, and that's the right kind of font. And then I can click on the size of one of the other ones here. It says that it's Droid Serif at 8. So I can just click back on my design element and change it to 8 font size. And it'll be exactly the same way that it is on all of the other pictures. Okay. And so from there, you just get rid of what you don't want, keep what you do. Obviously, I wouldn't keep the we're having a baby girl here. I would change that to whatever I needed it to say. For instance, maybe I would talk about the need to have a prompt. You need to get the reader's attention. Try using a question, bold statement, or paint a picture with sensory language. And I would, of course, change what it says up here to blue extra rare. I would change that to say hook. All right, and then I could just change what it says in this section right here. Maybe keep the 1. It's helpful if I go back to the 75%. All right, and then just click on this little bitty text feature that they have here and just delete that. And that way it shows me what I want. So this is just a really easy way of showing you how to use the Canva app. I would just give them an assignment and get them going. It's really an easy app to use. I hope you find this helpful. And if you do, just go ahead and press a like or comment in the section.